Good morning, and this is Pammy D on the Superstar Station. To start off, if you'll just do me a favor, I really want to get this going. If you'll just go down there and push that thumbs up to get the programming started, that would be great. If you can share this, it would help this channel a lot, and we can get all of our information out to everyone. If you would subscribe, I have a lot of good information coming up. Okay, I do have my list down here so I could stay on point. This is not a full timeline. I'm going to give you a few timelines to give you an idea. You know, I love that everybody else is saying, oh, timeline, and they don't give you anything at all. So, all right. Okay, once again, this is not the bash Trump, but it's going to sound like it. The stimulus check, it's still the same right now. $1,200 for the adults, $1,200 for your dependents. And I mean, that hasn't changed at all, but I would like to get right into unemployment. The executive order was signed for the government to pay $300 and the state to pay $100. But then they said, well, if the state can't pay the $100, then the government somehow will pick up the $100, but they'll just figure that out as it goes along. Sounds very concerning, okay? So I just feel like nothing was really decided there. They said it may be a couple weeks before this comes out and goes into effect, but they will backdate it to August 1st. They only have about $44 billion, so that could run out. It's projected to run out in 4 to 5 weeks. 5 weeks if we're lucky. So that doesn't sound too promising there. I don't think this whole thing is going to clear up in 5 weeks. The tax deferment. He needs to just get that tax deferment executive order and pull Pelosi and rip it up. Okay? Because that is just ridiculous. So what it is, the employer gets a loan from the government to take care of the tax deferment. The taxes on the paychecks. They'll have to pay it back. But I don't know about other employers. I'm already in a predicament that I don't want to have another loan for my employees' taxes at the end of coming out of the pandemic. I mean, that just sounds asinine. And the money came from Social Security. So he says if he's elected, he's going to forgive it. Well, what happens to Social Security? What, there's going to be none? I mean, if they only had $44 billion, did that come from Social Security? I'm not understanding that part. I read through most of it. That's why I'm not giving you a full timeline, because it's like a book. Each item is like a book. So, okay, so let's go on to eviction assistance. Okay, that's another joke. That executive order, rip it up, throw it out, pull Pelosi. Because it's assistance. It's not to stop evictions. It's to keep you. It's to give you assistance. If you go to court, they're going to say, well, you shouldn't evict them because we're going through a pandemic. There's nothing legally to say don't kick these people out on the street. So that is nothing. Once they need to pass the heroes/heels package. They need to, because all these things are just maybes. Nothing's a definite. I'm not even getting into the college money yet because they don't know what they're doing. Okay. So I said I wasn't bashing Trump. I really feel like he did that to get a match under the Democrats' butt and the Republicans' butt to do something. So he did it in our best interest, but it didn't help us at all. And everybody's starting to realize that, so they're getting laxed again. Now, did everybody go home? Okay, so most of them went home because the election's coming up, and they got to get ready for that. But you got to remember, the election's coming up. They got to get ready for that. They want to get voted for. They want to win. So how are they going to win? They got to pass their package. So they need to settle this if they want any chance of being in any election ever. So yeah, they'll be in their hometowns being harassed. Well, not harassed because we're being harassed, but you know, they're going to be bombarded with phone calls from their constituents that need this money and need this package to pass. We all need it. I know I'll be calling my senator, senators. I'll call them all. I'll call all 50 states. Okay, so where are we at? Okay, each state should challenge the president's executive order. Yeah, they should want to, you know, trump it, you know? Okay, then we've got cut capital gains tax. So that's like, you know, almost a definite. The president's going to do that. And so you know who wins there? The 1%, the elite, the rich. Now, he can't cut that because where do you think this money comes from? It comes from, for these packages, it comes from payroll taxes. Okay, that was cut. Can't borrow from Social Security because that's going to be depleted. It comes from payroll, and that's the only tax that the elite pay, from what I could see. I mean, it's just insanity. So he's going to cut their capital gain tax, and I don't know to what, but we'll look more into that. But if he does that, there's no incoming money for the United States. I mean, this is just asinine. All right, let's get off the heels/heroes package for right now. I'm going to do a full timeline later on today, or maybe even tomorrow. It's a lot of pages to read, and it's rather confusing. I have to call my attorney and ask him a few things on what it means. But okay, so right now Putin's saying he's got the vaccine. He's tried it on his daughter. Sucks to be his kid, right? And I don't know if I would trust him, or is this another thing where somebody's going to give it to Trump and swoop in and be the hero? But I don't know if I trust any vaccines at this point, considering they said, you know, they take 2 years. China, they have a vaccine. Okay, are we idiots? We're going to get the vaccine. I didn't even want the PPE from China because I was afraid that the virus would be mixed in with the mask. But we're going to take a vaccine from them? That just sounds like insanity to me. You know, maybe my video might not ever get out any further than our few friends because they don't want me saying this, you know. But China gave us the virus, and now they're going to help us get rid of it. Oh yeah, let's make a couple $1 billion off of them, or how about $1 trillion? Yeah, but meanwhile, let's give them something else so we know we got a backup money coming in another year from now. Yeah. We'll all be growing 15 noses and 14 feet. Okay, I don't want anything from China. I don't want anything from Russia. I want us. We've got the best of the best scientists. We need to create our own vaccine. So I hope to be having some affiliates listed below. After my 35, I'm allowed to start doing that, and I'm only going to list things that I think that are good and honest items, like their stocks you can get, and that's really good because you can get 2 stocks for free. I'll list that as soon as they say I can. I will list that, but I'm not going to list anything that I think is a ripoff. Okay, so if it's down there, that means that I looked into it and it's actually a good option, a good opportunity. I also am going to help people with starting a business. So get your ideas together. I started already, got to pick up all my pieces that I ripped up. I started already helping people get their loans. And if you have a credit score of 570,